When does life begin? That's the question that voters in Mississippi will tackle this week when they vote on a Personhood Amendment that would declare a fertilized embryo a legal person. Similar initiatives are being considered in a dozen other states. But critics say this amendment would have a huge unintended consequence of keeping millions of people from having children. Jennifer Mason is the communications director for the organization leading the push, Personhood USA, and Lee Collins is with Resolve, the National Infertility Association, of which I am also a board member. They join us for a fair and balanced debate. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lee, let me start with you. Obviously, this Personhood Amendment in Mississippi and the other states is intended to prevent abortions, but you say that it could have the unintended consequence of endangering infertility treatments. How so?
Well, let me start by saying that we at Resolve are dedicated to families. I am passionate about my daughters, and I'm passionate about the daughters and sons and grandchildren across the country born thanks to the miracle of fertility treatment.
And so how is that in danger?
Well, so Initiative 26 looks very simple, but its effects are far-reaching. Anything that poses a risk to a microscopic embryo could potentially be a crime, even if the goal is helping people have babies. In the course of IVF...
Hold on, Lee, let me bring in Jennifer Mason, because that's important. So, Jennifer, obviously, if it's endangering the millions of people who are trying to have babies and build families, that doesn't seem in keeping with the spirit of this Personhood Amendment. Tell us your side.
Absolutely. Well, the group I'm with is Personhood USA, and as a woman who has struggled with infertility off and on for years, I certainly would not wish to prohibit fertility treatments for women, and fortunately that's not what Amendment 26 does. Just this week, the Mississippi Center for Public Policy released a legal analysis of the amendment and explained that Amendment 26 will not ban any in vitro fertilization. It will only ban the destruction of human embryos, the intentional destroying of human life. So fertility treatments are safe.
That's good to hear, obviously, for everyone struggling with infertility. But, of course, during infertility treatments, sometimes embryos are discarded. Lee, what do you say about that?
Well, in the normal course of IVF, the embryos will be incubated in the lab for 3 to 5 days. During that time, some non-viable embryos may stop developing. It's the same thing that happens in nature. But under Amendment 26, there's no basis for distinguishing between that and the death of an adult. So it potentially could be investigated as a crime, as manslaughter, wrongful death, or murder.
Okay, Jennifer, your response to that?
Well, the Mississippi Center for Public Policy and several prominent Mississippi attorneys say that that's not the case. They say that if you intentionally destroy or kill a human being, that's all that will be affected by Amendment 26. This is about human rights. This is not about fertility treatments.
Lee, are you satisfied with that? That analysis has said that it won't touch fertility treatments?
Well, it's very nice for Personhood USA to say that, but that's not necessarily the way Initiative 26 is going to develop. There's no guarantee of it. Doctors, are they going to want to stay and practice reproductive medicine with the threat of criminal prosecution hanging over their heads for trying to help people have babies? No, they will leave.
Jennifer,
and that means the 1 in 7.
Sorry, I just want to get Jennifer in to hear her final thought on this. Jennifer, do you fear that this will, different than what the creators of the Personhood Amendment had hoped, that it will have the unintended consequence of somehow shutting down more fertility clinics around the country?
It will not. As I said, this is a human rights amendment. This is about protecting all human life, and I don't believe that women who are seeking fertility treatments, as I have in the past, are looking to kill the children that are conceived through those procedures. I think that women who are longing for a child will still be able to receive those fertility treatments. It simply will be illegal to have an abortion or kill a child created through the IVF process.
All right, we will invite our viewers to weigh in on this. You can find me at Twitter, Allie at Fox. Lee Collins, Jennifer Mason, thanks so much for coming in to debate this, and we shall see what happens on Tuesday in Mississippi. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.